He's really keeping the dance feel of the song because it really is a march or like a Turkish dance. Hello to all you Alipers out there. Kopi mana kopi. Cheers. Hot. So today we're reacting and analysing Alip Ba Ta playing Mozart's Turkish March from his Piano Sonata number 11, I think. Third movement. Being that I'm a classical piano teacher, this one should be good as I know the piece well and I've had many students learn it in the past. So we might be able to do some piano comparisons to the piece today and have a look at what he's done with his own arrangement. Looking forward to this.
Life is so stupid, so dumb. So I'm going to tell you what I was going to tell you anyways. I was going to tell you that I made a mistake. And what was the mistake? It was, oh, hold on, let's try again. That song, right? That little thing. That song is Rondo alla Turca by Mozart, which is what I thought we were going to watch. But this says Turkish March. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, Turkish March is not da-ga-da-ga-da, 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 it's not that song. Turkish March is by Beethoven.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam Alipers dimanapun berada. Kembali lagi di HRB Channel. Terima kasih untuk kawan-kawan Alipers yang sudah mengklik video ini. Saya doakan semoga selalu dalam keadaan yang sehat walafiat, dimudahkan segala urusannya dan dilimpahkan segala rezekinya. Baik, tanpa basa-basi langsung aja kita gas videonya.
Go.
Anyhow, let's play it. Play it. I'm so used to playing music. Let's watch it. I'll watch it and I'll talk about it, I guess. If you want a really good version of this piece, it's 100% free. All you have to type in is class tab, C-L-A-S-S-T-A-B, all one word, class tab. And then you can go on there and you can find it for free. ClassTab is a wonderful site. It's completely free. Hopefully it stays free. And you can find Rondo alla Turca by Mozart. Let's go.
So just before we go on, this is very interesting. So first of all, he's on a nylon string guitar, which is a classical guitar and not an acoustic guitar. You know, the strings are made of a different material. On a classical guitar, they're nylon, and an acoustic guitar, they're steel strings. I'm noticing with in his right hand, he doesn't have the nails out, which typically a classical guitarist will have their nails grown out a little bit so they can plug the strings. So he's obviously playing more with the pads of his fingers, which gives a rounder sound. Doesn't sound as bright as it would typically be with a classical guitarist. Now, as I know the piece well, I find it quite interesting that he's changing the arrangement a little bit. So he's not taking the piano piece and trying to do an exact copy of it on the guitar or as close as. He's actually slightly changed some of the sections, which is a bold move to change Mozart, but it works. He knows what he's doing. I couldn't help but laugh a little bit because I could see him getting distracted in the video because the kids are playing in the background. I take it those are his kids, and I know all too well whenever you're trying to film something and you've got a busy household, it's not the easiest thing to do, but he's retaining his composure very well. If that was me, I would probably have had to stop and restart, but he's kept on through, so well done.
This actually sounds like it's the version off of Class Tab, by the way. This is the first time I've seen Alip on a classical guitar, or as you may know it, a folk guitar or a nylon string guitar. And the main characteristics, we never really talked about the differences of guitars before. The main characteristic of a classical guitar is the strings are made out of nylon. Well, they're actually usually nylon wrapped around a metal core, but you actually have nylon. And the distance between the strings is wider. So the actual neck is wider because the strings are further apart, because it makes it easier for you to get your fingers in there, as opposed to, say, what most people call an acoustic guitar, but they're both acoustic guitars. This is a steel string acoustic guitar because it is a steel core string with steel wrapped around and a much narrower neck. These guitars tend to be louder and brighter, but it's harder to keep separation of your fingers between the strings because of the narrowness of the neck. And in this case, my acoustic steel string has a tapered neck, meaning that it's a little wider here than it is here. It's a little more narrow. Hey, get it.
Excellent. Another thing I think, am I wrong on this, or is that a 3/4 size guitar? I don't think that's a full size classical guitar. The body looks very small. Maybe he's quite big. I don't know, but it does look a little smaller in scale than normal. I can't remember which reaction of his it was that I did, but I did make a point before about his sense of timing and being very strict and very straight and never sort of deviating from the beat, unless obviously very intentionally. And I like his choice of keeping the tempo very strict because it goes with the style of this song, particularly in this major section, which in the piano arrangement, it has these sort of arpeggios, which actually are kind of mimicking a guitar. Whenever I've taught this piece in the past, that's one thing I've actually mentioned, is that these are kind of the equivalent of strums on like a stringed instrument, which is like the piano version of a strum.
Nice.
Bling, you know? If you imagine people dancing to that, obviously the timing needs to be very strict.
Well, I'm writing down a la Turca because I think he's only had a couple of songs where, like, you have to pick and choose your poison. There's a couple of songs where I'm like, that would be fun to play. But I don't want to lose my life. I don't want to spend like 8 months learning like an Alip song, you know? Very nice. Okay, so what is specifically nice there? The niceness is the volume of his melody and the clarity of his slurs. And in guitar music, we typically call slurs hammer-ons and pull-offs. So the volume of his hammer-ons and pull-offs and the rhythmic evenness of that.
Now he's making that look easy. That's not easy. On the piano, all of those runs are all in the right hand, but the accompaniment is in the left. So to try and combine those two things into one hand, you know, I'm not even going to try and attempt to play that on the guitar. I'll stick to my piano, I think, for this one. Let's push on. That's impressive.
Also, I don't know if this is just a habit of him, but he's looked over to his right. He looked over to his right at the same time in both sections. Watch, right here, I think. Right here. Right here. He looks to his right. He looked to his right in that same exact spot in the first section. It's just funny the habit you see as musicians. The first time he looked over, I thought he was checking on like a kid or a family member. But the fact that he did it at exactly the same point in the music means there's something else going on. There's some other reason he's looking to his right when that measure happens.
I like his trills as well. You know, there's different ways, obviously, that you can play a trill. So it's kind of more like a turn. There's just so many different ways that a trill can be done, and his are very tasteful. He's doing something like that, which is kind of more like a turn, really, but yeah, nice.
Oh, it cut off. Well, damn, Alip, I thought you did a really good job. I thought that was really good.
Ah, is this the full version? Oh, not sure why the video got cut off there. Maybe I'll try and play the outro to finish it off. I'll probably make a mess of this, but hey, we're having a bit of fun, aren't we? There we go. So what's next for Alip Ba Ta? I think I might do Gary Moore.
And in fact, it's inspired me to want to play the tune. Well, yeah, because it's a really good song. And we always take tricks. We take tricks from each other. And so I don't really want to speak too much on that topic because it's kind of... It's like a magician.